That prayer meant a lot to me. It touched me in so many levels. And you get home and you cry and you're like, thank you, God, because music talks to me in so many ways. At the age of 16, I got my first seizure in Pretoria, a major seizure, basically. I was at school, and all things went sideways with me. I've never had epilepsy in my life. That was sitting in the hall, and everything just didn't go my way, basically. When I got that seizure, I was rushed in the evening at 6 o'clock to ICU trauma in Johannesburg, Menlo Park. That time, my parents were in Nelspruit, but by the grace of God, my uncle was around me, and the people around me at school were very frightened because the whole week I couldn't wake up. I was on life support. And I had so many prayers. And you know, when you don't know what's happening around you, when you get a seizure, and you're sitting around people that know, oh, she's a bubbly girl, she's always smiling, but not what's happening. And you question yourself, what's happening to this girl? She's beautiful and stuff like that. When I woke up a week later, actually, when I got my seizures, so I was in hospital for a whole month and a half. And still in ICU. As life went on, I went out of hospital. I kept on carrying on going back because every year I'd end up in hospital, but it was the same situation. I'd be in ICU every time. I'd be in hospital. It really did break my heart because, you know, I don't know what's happening. It breaks my parents' heart. They don't know what's even happening to me. I'm not in control of what's happening around me, basically. But I thank God for the people who prayed for me and was there to support me and keep me in their prayers. My biggest inspiration thus far is my grandmother. She has been strong throughout, basically. My grandmother means a lot. She's an old lady, but she's so strong in life. And when I look at her, it just says, hey, Zoleka, your grandma has been there. She's strong, basically. She has stuck and fight for me till this day. And I'd like to thank my parents, all my friends that have prayed for me throughout this journey. It really does hurt to not know what's happened. You forget the person who's in front of you when you get that seizure. When you wake up and like, hey, do you remember me? I don't remember the person in front of me, actually, when I get a seizure. When I was introduced to Pure Light, the first time I heard about Pure Light, they came to Bombela Nelspruit Church. That's when I met Miracle, basically. Pure Light at first did not know anything. We went to talk to Miracle after the divine service and stuff. He's like, Pure Light is a missionary school and stuff. And I'm like, okay, hey, I'm not sure if missionary work is my thing, by the way. It was never my thing, missionary work, guys. I never saw myself as a missionary work stuff. Second time around, I met Pure Light students. They went to Nelspruit, their mother church where they go in Nelspruit. When they went there, some of the students spoke about their testimonies, and it got to me that, hey, we all have been through something in life, but God has been with us no matter what the journeys we face, basically. And then from there, I called Nobuhle, and I'm like, listen, tell me more about Pure Light students. She told me and stuff. From there, I filled in the applications. The questions are hard. I'm like, Zoleka, are you sure? Is this your duty? Maybe it's a calling for you. If it's not your calling, it's not your calling at all. But God will be with you. And then as time went on, Pure Light students came to church. Every time they'd go to Nelspruit, hey, Zoleka's going and stuff. I'd spread the good news about Pure Light students and everything. I'd always tell someone, hey, did you hear about Pure Light? Did you hear this about Pure Light? When they went to that water camp with Miracle and Brother Thingy Adu was preaching. You know, Brother Adu preached a wonderful thingy there, basically, from the book of 2 Timothy, basically, verses 4, verse 17. And he encouraged us in many ways. When he spoke how his Pure Light journey was and preaching to us, I remember going to my mom with my sisters, telling her that, you know, someone has been through a hard time in life, but has managed to be a pastor till this day.
Here is well, with my soul, it is well, with my soul.
I'm sorry. Brother David came to Nelspruit Church and he sang Jerusalem and Our Father who art in heaven. Basically, that prayer meant a lot to me. It touched me in so many levels. And you get home and you cry and you're like, thank you, God, because music talks to me in so many ways. Sweet hour of prayer reminds me that God is with me no matter what the situation may be. Can you please read 2 Timothy verses 4 to 17?
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 17, just the last phrase. 2 Timothy 4, verse 17. The last phrase says, and I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion.
That verse says, no matter what the situation is, in my epilepsy journey, but God delivered me till this day, and I'm standing still alive. My last seizure happened in December last year. Look where I am at the current moment, because God has been with me through this journey. I'd like to say to all the Pure Light students that has motivated me and say, God will be with you, Zoleka. We're keeping you in our prayers. Thank you for what you guys are doing and keeping me in your prayers. It was a great journey here on Open Week in so many levels. Basically, you made me feel like I was at home and you guys were part of my family. Thank you very much.